Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the home of That's Just Prime, the comprehensive Optimus Prime review series. I also review other Transformers, lots of G1 stuff, as well as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostbusters, GoBots, and pretty much any other toy that may jump out at me. I also do the occasional arcade and pinball machine videos, unboxings, blogs, challenges, and miscellaneous videos where my daughter usually makes fun of me. Those are a lot of fun. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking me out. Please be sure to click that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I usually upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and share if you like what you see. Hello and welcome. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper and this is the reviewer Duel. 1 figure, Siege, 6-gun, 2 reviews released simultaneously on YouTube. You, the viewer, decide who is the winner. So my good friend Patriot Prime and I both just recently picked up Siege 6-gun, and we decided that with a name like 6-gun, it would only be appropriate for us to have a friendly duel of a review. So we are releasing our reviews at the same time. As you are seeing this video, Patriot Prime is also releasing his. I'm going to have a link to it right here. Be sure to go click on Patriot Prime's video and watch his as well. So we thought this would be a fun way to have a friendly competition. You guys are welcome to leave comments as to which review you like better. Leave me a comment below. Leave him a comment below. Leave us comments on our Facebook pages at Bert the Stormtrooper and Patriot Prime in each one of our Facebook pages. And just let us know what you thought of this friendly competition. And of course, the biggest benefit is for everyone involved because there's going to be some cross exposure. So some of you guys that may have not seen Patriot Prime stuff yet, go over and check him out. Maybe some of Patriot Prime's viewers will come over and check me out as well, and we can share some viewers and everybody can get to know each other and help grow the community. So with that being said, Patriot Prime, draw. Okay, I don't have a cowboy hat. Indiana Jones is the best I can do. And I'm not a cowboy. I'm Puerto Rican. Let's just get to the video. And here we have 6-gun in his vehicle mode. So this review is going to be a little different than what I typically do because of how unique this figure really is and what you can do with it. It's a very, very fun figure, but you know, released in 2019, he is part of the Siege War for Cybertron trilogy line. He is a deluxe figure currently out right now as of the time of this recording, and it retails for approximately $20. So here we have 6-gun in his vehicle mode, which is a very cool take on 6-gun because originally 6-gun did not have a vehicle mode. He was literally 6 guns that you put together or parts formed together to create a figure. This time around they gave him a vehicle mode, which is really cool and kind of like a little hovercraft or a VTOL craft of some sort. Not very aerodynamic with that big block down there. But other than that, pretty cool looking. You can see the vertical takeoffs here, and you can kind of move these around. This reminds me of something that like you would see in Avatar maybe. So you can move forward like this with it, and then you can do that to make them turn and that kind of stuff. So very, very cool, imaginative little aircraft mode here. I like this a lot. You got some thrusters back there. Very, very cool little vehicle mode here, little cockpit right there. This vehicle mode is approximately 5.5 inches long, about 2.5 inches tall because of that big block down there, and it's got a very impressive wingspan of about 7 inches. If I can get that wing back on, there you go. So very nice wingspan. Very, very cool little aerial mode here, and tons of like missile launchers and guns and cannons, and this thing is just armed to the teeth. This is very, very cool. I like this a lot. So now getting into transformation, we'll go ahead and do the traditional transformation, and then we'll get into everything else that he can do. So I'm going to start off by, he is a parts former, so a lot of people are going to have problems with parts formers, which quite frankly I don't know why that is, because we had plenty of parts formers with G1. I've never had a problem with part formers myself, but because this guy is a parts former, he has literally dozens, if not hundreds, of play options of stuff that you can do with this guy, making this guy very versatile and very, very fun. But getting on with the transformation, we're going to start right here by removing these wings like you saw me do earlier. We'll set those aside. This whole top piece here, the little white piece here, this is all going to separate, so we're going to take that and just pull it off, and it's pegged in right there. Now, these are going to be his thighs, and they're pegged in right there. So we're just going to pull those off, straighten out his legs, and then rotate them right here at the waist. Take these. There's a double hinge here. There's a hinge there and a hinge down here. We're just going to fold it down on the bottom hinge, and I just go ahead and just fold them down all the way. And that's going to be it for now. Actually, we're going to take his toes. His toes were closed up like that. And then you can just open those up, stand them up. That's his, I guess, lower third of his body right there. We're going to take the little cockpit piece here, which you can have your own little aerial vehicle right here. That in its own self, it's a little vehicle. So that's pretty cool. But this is going to peg in right there to the top of the torso. So we're going to peg that in. The whole front piece is going to fold down to form the chest. These side pieces are going to come down, and those are going to tab in right there. So just tab those on each side. This white panel back here, this opens up to reveal the head. It just folds all the way down, and then you can turn the head around, and at this point you can take these two outer guns and bring them up just like so, and we'll get him standing here. We'll take these two pegs here and move them off to the side for his arms. And now we're going to take these guys right here, and we're going to peg them in on these inside ports with the wings facing back. So we're going to go ahead and peg those in, separate the arms from these little guns here. And then the way he comes packaged is these little red guns were pegged into these red tubes here. So I'll show that off just because that's the way he was packaged, and sort of kind of his, I guess, official robot mode. So there is Sixgun in his robot mode, and he looks fantastic. And here in robot mode, Sixgun is approximately 5.5 to 6 inches tall, depending on if you're going to the top of the head. Actually, these guns here give him a full inch. So I'd say, you know, about 6.5 inches on the height of the figure there. Very cool looking all the way around. Not a whole lot of cable hanging off of him. And very reminiscent of the original G1 figure. And real quick, for comparison, here he is with the original Sixgun. Now, this is not a figure that was sold on its own. This is literally just all the guns that came with the original G1 Metroplex that you could combine together to form a little robot there. So you can kind of see where he takes his inspiration, and he does a very good job of evoking this figure while giving him a lot more detail, articulation, and even an alternate mode, which is very, very cool. So we'll take Sixgun, original Sixgun, send him off to the side. While we're at it, here he is with really the only other Siege figure that I have besides, well, I've got Prime and I've got Magnus. So these are Voyager size figures. So there you go. You can see how he compares with this guy. And I was hoping to do a couple of his weapon modes with Prime here, but it didn't quite work out. And I'll get into that in just a moment. But you can see how these guys size up together. Real quick, articulation. His head is, let's see. I thought he could move up and down, but I was wrong. He can move side to side on the head. Because the arm is pegged, you can go all the way around. And, of course, that joint allows you to move him up as well. His elbow can rotate 90, and you can also rotate at the elbow itself. Nothing at the wrist. His waist can rotate. His hips can go forwards, they can go backwards, and they can go in and out. He can rotate right there at the thigh. He can bend at the knee. You can tip his little toes up and down a little bit, and he's also got an ankle tilt, so he can have those wide action poses. Very, very cool. Now, I said this is the way he comes packaged, and I wanted to do him that way. Once again, because the original Sixgun had his guns up above his shoulder, I went ahead and did it that way. Now, all that being said, in my personal opinion, these are just a little too long. So the way that I like to do it, and this is one of the cool things about this figure, because he is a parts former, he just gives you so many options of things you want to do. I like to remove those, and then I like to go to these portholes down here and put these guns there instead. So you can do that. And personally, I prefer the way that looks right there. It just, in my opinion, gives them a cleaner look. And once again, this figure gives you dozens, if not hundreds of options. Play with him, you know, whichever way you would like. This is the way I like. And of course, any one of these guns can also come off. So You can take this one off, and he can hold that. And he can do that with either. And, of course, these guns that are hanging off the back of the elbows, you can take these off as well. They also have pegs on them, so you can peg those to the wrists as well. So all kind of stuff that you can do here with Sixgun. Very, very cool. Now, why is he called Sixgun? Of course, like you saw with the original figure, he does come completely apart, and he is comprised of 6 guns. So let's go ahead and take them all apart. And we'll just start taking this whole figure apart right here. And I actually didn't mean to separate these guns from the arm pieces, so let's go ahead and pop those back in. Straighten that out. Set those aside there, and we're just going to take them completely apart. Take this piece off one more time. Pop that off. Turn the head around. Put that up. Put that up. That's another component. Take these, move them all the way forward. Point these up. Bring that down. I'm just kind of trying to get it all straight there. So there's that, and then of course there's these as well. And you notice that a lot of these components all have little pegs on them. So there we go. So we have technically 6 guns and then some extra stuff. So according to the instruction book, these big red guns here, these are his anti-gravity cannons. So there's 2 of these, and then there is 2 of these little ones, and these little ones are the gyro blasters. And then there's 2 of these, and these are called the ion pulse blaster. So 2 of those, 2 of each of those, that makes up 6 guns. And then of course we've also got this piece back here, which is now going to be known as the grenade missile launcher. So I guess being a launcher doesn't qualify it to be a gun. And then, of course, this last piece here is called the dual flank boost launcher. So this can be used, I guess, as a jetpack for some figures. But it's also got those missile pods up here, so it can also be guns. So any one of these components can be used individually as weapons, and they can also be combined as other weapons. So let's say, for example, I wanted to give Prime this gun. He could hold that. Let's move the camera up a bit. So you can just, completely take this figure apart and use them as weapons for other figures. As you can see, there you go. You can do that. You can even go as far as to separate. If you don't want to use this, you can just use the black piece there for the gun, if Prime would cooperate with me. So there you go. So you can use that as a gun, and let's give him a missile launcher as well. Or this was a grenade launcher. So there you go. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff like this. Now, the instruction manual shows you about 5 different configurations of, I'm going to call them suggestions, of weapons packs and like backpacks and like jetpacks, or a backpack mounted grenade launcher, boots, gloves, all kinds of stuff that you can do with all of these components. Like I said, the instruction manual has about 5 suggestions. I was hoping, like I said, because I don't have any of the deluxe figures for the Siege line, I really wanted to make the jetpack and put it on Optimus Prime. However, they're kind of designed to go on a single peg in the back. Prime has 2 pegs and they're not centered, so it didn't really work out the way I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping to give Prime a jetpack here. Didn't quite work out that way. But again, the beauty of this is because there's so many components and the whole thing is a parts former, you don't have to go by the 5 suggestions the instruction book gives you. You can make up your own, kind of like I'm doing here with Prime right now. All right, partner, so that was the review for Siege War for Cybertron Deluxe Class 6-Gun. What did you think of this figure? Let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I usually upload 2 videos a week, sometimes more. And be sure to go to Patriot Prime and check out his review of this same figure released right now. They're both out at the same time. And we would like to invite other reviewers, if you guys want to get in on the fun of these review duels, let us know. Reach out to Jason, reach out to myself. This whole idea came from kind of two things. You've probably, if you follow us both, have noticed that we've sort of kind of been already having back and forth dueling pretender reviews here in the last week or so. So along with that and the fact that this guy's name is Sixgun, that's kind of where this whole idea for the duel came from. It's been a lot of fun. Jason and I collaborate quite a bit. We talk behind the scenes. We talk almost daily. We bounce a lot of ideas off each other. So again, if other reviewers want to get in on this action, by all means, reach out to us, let us know, and we'll keep this going. This has been a lot of fun. So once again, that was the review for Siege War for Cybertron Deluxe Class Sixgun. I'm Bert the Stormtrooper. I'll talk to you next time, and Patriot Prime, partner, draw.